I'm just gonna assume it's fine. Alrighty then, hello everybody. I'm back with some AI because I felt like it, and my apartment is finally a reasonable temperature so I can actually function properly. Seriously, I don't get how people enjoy the summer. If I am not mistaken, last time I actually finished the Ryuki route, so that means that we are now going to the Mitsuki route, which are really cool and interesting, and yay! I don't know which one I should take though. Let's see. Oh damn, the autosave is an hour ahead of the manual save. What the fuck? That's actually kind of crazy. Normally I'm better at the whole saving bit. Usually I'm pretty on top of that, where I just save immediately.
In other words,
well, whatever. It's not like it does really matters. Oh! Oh, I remember now. I remember now.
me?
I was trying to figure out if there maybe was something I could do. Because I got the name of Terror, which was something to do with boat and something else. I genuinely cannot freaking remember. Okay, this wasn't the best one for me to get back to. I should have probably gone to the different save. I'm just gonna skip through this for the most part until I can actually get to the timeline. There we go. Menu. Let's see. Flowcharts. Let's go. Damn, one of these routes is way longer than the other. It's kind of weird. You would expect the separation to be somewhere a little bit earlier, I'd say. Maybe on this one. On this Somnium. Well, whatever. Okay, so from what I remember, we actually have to do that Somnium, the first Somnium we ever did. And then we have to choose for Ryuki to remember the name of the guy. Which, you know, it would have been interesting if we could actually not remember the name of Terror before we actually did the route where we would remember, where he tells us his name, which would be interesting. But at that point, you're basically forcing people to take the Ryuki route first, which some might not enjoy. One of the fun parts about the first game was that you could take any route you wanted and kind of switch between them if you really so desired. I didn't play that way. I always decided to just finish a route or go as far in a route as possible. In the previous game, there were, I guess, walls in each route. Not each route, but in a couple of routes where it basically said, hey, you don't have a certain piece of information, so you can't go further in this route. Go try something else. Which I don't mind too much, because otherwise you might spoil something. But it seems like this game doesn't have that. The second AI doesn't have that, which, it's fine. They're trying new things. I don't really have a personal preference, honestly. Yeah, is it a little annoying when you're really into a route and suddenly there's a wall? Yeah, but in the first game, in the first AI, they never really did it. They never really did it at the point where it would just felt like it was slicing something in the middle, like where it was slicing a fence in the middle. It was always at the proper stopping point, hey Hermit, that they would do like up that wall. I'm not. Oh, you're on the Twitch chat. Yeah, I have now two chats that I'm looking at, and I'm not entirely sure which is which. So for a second, I had to figure out which was which. If you could tell if my sound is alright or not, because I haven't really checked it out yet. Also, is that a frog, or what the hell is that? Is that a frog? I don't know. Frog, maybe. Had to take care of something quickly. Also, you haven't answered my frog question, Red, yet. It is disturbing me, if I'm gonna be honest. What is it? Oh wait, no, it's a little child or something. Is it? Well, I think it's a child waving or something. Weird. Maybe I have frog on the brain. I have a friend that's obsessed with frogs, so that might be it. Alright, well, it's been a bit and a half, so how are you doing? I'm personally doing alright. It's freaking hot in my country, which makes me unable to do literally anything. Genuinely, if it's above 25 degrees, I just refuse to do anything with my time. Luckily, it cooled down a little bit, and I have both my window and my door open, which, well, I had my door open. Which I usually don't like, because I like my apartment to be kind of my domain, where I can just, you know, chill and not have to worry about some random person looking into my apartment, which has happened before. I don't blame my neighbors for being curious, but it's still be a bit less obvious about wanting to look in my apartment, right? Freedom from work. Ah, yeah, I remember you live somewhere where it's a couple of hours before or after. I don't remember the details. So I guess you don't have work today. That's nice. Is it because it's vacation or something? Is it summer vacation? I don't know all the summer, like all the vacations anymore. I have no reason to actually care about that. Oh shit, I can't go in here yet because I have to go through this Somnium actually. That's true. Oh, regular day off. But yeah, overall, it's going alright. I honestly had a pretty busy couple of weeks, if you go back maybe 1 or 2 weeks. But I also was just obsessed with Xenoblade Chronicles X. I finally finished it, and it is a hell of a game, I will tell you that. I spent like 300 hours just on that game, and I haven't touched any of the online because I refuse to pay Nintendo like 15 euros just to get online features. I still think that's ridiculous, by the way. Like, don't force me to buy something unrelated to the game to be able to get all the everything from the game. I just feel like that's not cool. If I buy a game, I should have every feature available to me in that game. Now, some people might say that I'm just being a little bitch or whatever, but that's just how I feel. I don't like content being taken away from me because I'm unwilling to buy something that is completely separate from the game. And I don't mean DLC by that. DLC can be done right, where it's just new content that they made after the game was launched that they wanted to add. That's absolutely fine. I'm talking about things that were clearly meant for just the base experience of the game, and they just cut it off because they wanted more money. I'm just trying to chop down my Steam chart down to size so I'm within budget before the end of the... Ah, yeah, there is a summer sale. I haven't really bought much in the summer sale. I've bought Live Alive, that's a JRPG, I'm pretty sure. I actually had it on my wishlist for a while because it looks really cool. It's, from what I remember, Live Alive is actually a JRPG that takes a bunch of different stories and tells them separately, and they're all in different times, and they're all different vibes. Like one is a more standard medieval JRPG adventure, the other is a cowboy RPG adventure, the other one is a future JRPG adventure, and I'm really curious to see where that goes. The pixel art also looked really cool. I also bought a game called Miside. Apparently it was popular a little while ago, and it's about this... what was it? Like this anime girl that forces you into some sort of mobile game, and then becomes crazy about you and tries to like kill you because you didn't want to stay with her or something. My current temps are Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon, The Wandering Village, Back to the Dawn, and Banquet of Fools. I don't know any of those games. But yeah, so honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, I normally don't really like games like Miside all that much. I think the horror trope of just having to run away from the monster is not fun gameplay. But everything around it, those parts, was honestly pretty fun. I liked I liked experiencing the different metas. Um, I liked the story. I do wish they had a little bit more variety in the endings, as I feel like the only real ending is the one that you're gonna get on your first run, and the other two are just kinda add-ons that don't really feel like enough of an ending, I'd say, personally. But that's my own opinion, and from what I've seen, they aren't actually done with adding content to the game, so I'm not gonna have full judgment there. But overall, I think it was a fun experience. It only lasted maybe 5-ish hours for me, and that's with me doing basically everything. So I'm not really sure if I'd say it's worth the 20-ish bucks that it is normally, but if you could get it for like 10 or 5 euros, then I honestly say it might be worth it. You know, the funny thing, I actually just saw a bunch of fan art of this one anime girl. And it's like, who the hell is this? And that's why I ended up buying the game. And honestly, it's kind of funny because a lot of these metas have a crap ton of fan art, but then they only appear in the game for maybe 5 minutes at most. But I guess people don't need a lot of time with a character to just like them, so who am I to judge, right? If you're curious, I would say that my favorite meta... Honestly, now that I think about it, I don't really have a super big preference. But it would probably be either... Mila or Cappy, which are, from what I've seen so far, the basic bitch choices to make, but... there's a reason why they're actually pretty good. Like, I think it's partially with Cappy because you do spend some time with her, where you just play games with her, and they made her personality pretty exuberant and pretty fun. So after you've gotten away from the whole horror section, it is a nice relief. And then Mila, well, honestly, I just liked the bit where she broke down after you basically told her, yeah, sorry, I have to leave. That was a nice moment that I don't think a lot of other metas had. Aside from that, the small meta was also pretty sad, how she basically was like, yeah, I don't want you to leave, but, you know, I'm not gonna force you here. So that was pretty sad. Aside from that, I don't remember too much of the game, if I'm gonna be entirely honest. Not because it's bad, but because I just played it in a day, so it didn't really have time to really, what do we call it, really implant itself into my brain. Which, it's whatever. It is whatever. Just turning something down in the background as well. Window shopping doesn't hurt. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I can, I guess. Hold up, I'll look them up. Maybe they're good games. I don't think I'm gonna buy anything more from the Steam sale, but we might see something I like. Do have to check. Hold up, Steam. Have to start that up. I also still have a couple of games from the previous sale that I didn't actually buy. And not buy, played yet. Like Etrian Odyssey, for example. A friend of mine introduced me to it. And I basically wanted to play it a couple of times, but a game would always get in the way. Like, for example, let's play Etrian Odyssey. Oh wait, Xenoblade Chronicles X comes out, and that's my life for a couple of weeks now. Oh, don't worry, man. Like, I am not easily tempted. I'm the guy that will never spend any money on any gacha game. Which does remind me, I am a little tempted to get into Limbus Company a little bit more just for the story, because from what I've seen, chapter, like the chapter that came out was pretty good from what I've seen. I haven't really spoiled myself for the story, but it seems alright. Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Let's see. Tainted Grail, Fall of Jesus, well, that's a ma. Did I misspell something? No, Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. Seems kind of like a step into a Step into a dark reimagining of Arthurian legend in the first-person open-world RPG. Explore a world stuck in an everlasting autumn. Witness falling legends and make meaningful choices woven into a complex branching storyline. Kinda gives me Bethesda game vibes, but maybe with a little bit more polish. It seems alright. I'm personally not really into Bethesda-esque games anymore. I think I got really burnt out because I really didn't like Fallout 4 when it initially came out, and I haven't really. And after that, there were a couple of Bethesda-esque games, not from Bethesda, but from other developers that wanted to mimic Bethesda, and it just really didn't do it for me. But it seems alright. What kind of system does it have? The Wandering Village. That actually sounds pretty interesting. The Wandering... Hold up. Wandering Village. The Wandering Village. Not really... Oh, that actually looks kind of neat. The Wandering Village is a city-building simulation game on the back of a giant wandering creature. Build your settlement and form a symbiotic relationship with the Colossus. Will you survive together in this hostile yet beautiful post-apocalyptic world contaminated by poisonous plants? Alright, honestly, the art looks pretty nice, so I'd say maybe grab this one, but it does say it's an early access game, and it's only 30% off, so if I had to pick between that Arthurian Legend one and this one, I would definitely pick the Wandering Village. It seems like a fun game that is just, you know, fun to experiment with. But it's in early access and it doesn't have too much of a sale right now, so it might be something you want to wait for. That's my 2 cents on that game. Let's see, what's the other one? Let's see. Back to the Dawn. That's a pretty generic title overall. Back to the Dawn. Kind of reminds me of that one vampire movie, From Dusk Till Dawn. Only thing I remember is that it has George Clooney in it, and it has a penis gun or something like that. Back to Dawn. Ooh, okay, this one looks pretty alright. You're framed and incarcerated. Learn to survive in a prison. Explore every inch and exploit any weakness, manipulate and scheme, make friends or foes. Okay. With fellow inmates and with their help break out of prison. Okay. RPG pixel. Okay, no, this actually looks really cool. I'm actually gonna wishlist this because this is actually a game that I would like, that is hitting a lot of buttons for me. Again, it's still in early access and it's only 15% off, so I'm not gonna bother buying it right now. And is it from the same people that made Prison Architect? That makes sense. I kind of got those vibes. But yeah, this one actually looks definitely worth it, so I'm gonna wishlist Back to the Dawn. This one looks pretty cool. I wouldn't call it a classic, but it is a guilty pleasure. I haven't seen it in forever though. The last time I've seen it was when I was still living with my parents. I think when I was something akin to 15 and I was watching it with my dad. Holy shit. God, that's actually taking me to memory lane. Jesus. Back to the Dawn. And then Banquet for Fools. That sounds interesting. Banquet for Fools. 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 Let's see. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Adventure, action. Okay, this actually looks pretty interesting. Is it co-op? Because then it might be something I could play with a couple of my guys. Ugh, did I call them my guys? That's actually kind of weird. Never call them my guys. Just some of my buddies, my friends. Why didn't I just call them my friends? Whatever. But yeah, no, this actually looks pretty interesting. The aesthetic is kind of... Okay, still only 20% off, but that makes sense. It's early access. What kind of games have these people made before? Okay, so this is their first game. Alright, I'm gonna hold that off because I would like to see their track record, but it's fully controller supported, so that's nice. The Pafura needs 4. Okay, this might actually be a co-op game. If it's a co-op game, I I might actually give it a chance earlier because my friend and I have been wanting to play a co-op game together, and this seems pretty up our alley. The Parufa need 4 volunteers to solve the mystery of an abandoned village. Answer the call to adventure in this party-based brawler RPG. I really hope this one is co-op, because that would genuinely be a really good game for us to play. Do you know if it's co-op? Oh shit, why is my chat paused? Ah, dang. Okay. Never mind then. If it was co-op, I would have definitely bought it, because then I could have played it with my guy. Stop calling them my guys, mate. Come on. It's just now in my head. I'm gonna keep calling them my guys for a little while until it just leaves my head. Alright, but yeah, I think I have the most interest in... what was it called again? Back to Dawn, which it's funny because that's, I think, the most generic title. Yeah, I know, but I find it like my guys. It just feels weird to call a group of people my guys. It just doesn't feel pleasant to me. Like, it's the same way how I do not enjoy saying aura anymore, because people have basically used it for stupid shit. It just makes me have a little bit of a shudder whenever I say things like that. Doesn't stop me from saying those things sometimes, but, you know, it still isn't fun for me. Oh, there we go. Hello there. No, it's fine, it's fine. No, but overall, when it comes to the words and everything, there are just some words that, because of how they're used in culture, I do not like using, mainly because it just gives me the shudders. Well, you know my opinion on this. I would genuinely go with the prison game if I were you. But overall, if I had to make a list out of them, I'd say... Just if I go scroll back up... I would probably go with Back to One on number 1 for buying. Then The Wandering Village, then Banquet for Fools, and then finally Tainted Grail of Fall of Avalon. So, you know, from top to bottom, Back to Dawn, The Wandering Village, Banquet of Fools, Tainted whatever. Yeah, I definitely would give that one a try. It seems genuinely fun. I have it actually wishlist, and when it's out of early access, I'll give it a go. To be fair, I am a sucker for detective games, so I am a little bit biased. Like, genuinely, I love having these puzzle detective games. It makes me... Oh my god, we're gonna see Aiba again. Yay. Can you see that Aiba is my favorite character? I absolutely love her. She's the absolute best. I even have a wallpaper of her on my phone.
I've been practicing.
God, so good to see you, Aiba. Yeah, so good to see you. I haven't seen you in maybe 30 hours because I took the different route. Which I did on purpose. I wanted to get a feel for Ryuki and Tama. And I feel like I am gonna care and I think it will make me care a lot more about Ryuki and Tama in this route. Because if I were to go with Misaki's route first, then Ryuki and Tama would mean nothing to me. They were just the new characters that I don't give a shit about. So I personally think I made the right choice with the order.
Yeah, looking good. Wriggling around like a freshly caught shrimp.
Oh, no, not you two. I'm too cute to be a shrimp.
Hey, listen. Now's no time for a dance number. We have an investigation to handle.
Ah, yes. My apologies. I felt compelled.
I don't actually remember what to do here. Oh, it's been so long. It's been like 30 hours since I've been in this Somnium. Luckily for us, this is the first Somnium, so it's not gonna be too hard.
Do you know your way around Somnia? If you are assigned to this case, you will be sinking many times, I'm sure. Would you like a refresher?
No, we're fine. I do know how Somniums work in general, and I also feel like in this specific game, Somniums don't really work how they used to. They technically do, because they work on the same mechanics, but they don't really use the mechanics in the same way. Which I guess is a good thing for a sequel, right? Where they still have the base mechanics, but they use them differently. Like, the one thing I will say about that is that while I appreciate AI NirvanA, that they're doing something different, I don't feel like it's an improvement over the first game. It's just a side way of doing this. Like, they're not using they're not using every tool that they've established in the first game and then adding something to it. They're basically just using different tools. Is the best way for me to describe it.
It's fine. I've synced plenty of times already.
Well, if you do run into any issues, you can always check the manual. The manual explains syncs and Somnia comprehensively.
Well, thanks for that.
Got it. Thanks. Alright then.
This desk and camera are from the interrogation room.
But there's no walls or ceiling. What am I supposed to do in a place this bare?
Well, before anything... Somnium scan! Activate!
So, if I remember correctly, we actually have to get to a point in the Somnium and then answer if Ryuki remembers the suspect that he does. That's, I'm pretty sure, is what we need to do.
This layer of Ryuki's Somnium appears to have 3 mental locks.
So I gotta unlock those, right?
Correct. By doing so, you can travel deeper into his psyche. The truth is found in the deepest layer.
Cool.
Okay, I'll start with this room first.
Right. There isn't much to interact with, but there must be a way to continue.
Alright, so by the way, what do you mean by tag? Do you mean, like, preferences? Is that what you mean by tag? I've never been good at remembering popular lingo and all that kind of stuff. Alright, let's see what we have here. So right now it seems like time isn't moving, which makes sense because this is the first Somnium and they probably don't want to overwhelm people who first start the game. If I remember correctly, we actually don't have to interact with the two-way mirror.
It is the same two-way mirror as the interrogation room.
Yes.
Due to the lack of a wall, it appears to be floating.
Yeah, okay, and as you can see, these options right now are grayed out, so that means that I've already used them, so that means that I don't think we're gonna have to interact with the mirror. Yeah, preference, it's a small joke. How adults... Oh, that actually makes sense. How adult sites have a tag for preferences. Okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. That makes sense. I guess so. I just really like Aiba's character. I don't really know where I got it from. I just think she's cute. And I just want to give her a pat on the head. But I'm pretty sure she would get super pissed off at me and, I don't know, try and rip out my eyeball or something like that.
A folding chair. Same as the kind in the interrogation room.
I guess we'll just sit.
Try sitting on it.
There. Oh.
Yeah, you
what?
did it.
Ryuki.
Mizuki, Now is your chance to question him.
Okay, yeah, the split part is actually fairly early on in the Somnium, so we'll get new stuff pretty quickly. That's good. Okay, so I've apparently just used all these options before, which makes it a lot harder to actually guess how to move on. Let's just slap him awake. A good
Mizuki,
slap, right?
You cannot get away with this just because you're a member of law enforcement.
It's a dream.
According to Criminal Law Entry 195, Special Civil Assault, you can be punished for abuse of authority.
Chill, we're in a dream. It's fine.
Well, at this rate, we won't get anything out of him. Wake up! Fine. Screw it. Guess I'll just do what has to be done.
Iva, that's enough. You're violating Criminal Law Entry 195.
I guess we just mentioned the HB case because that's his trigger right now.
Ryuki, can you tell me what you know about the HB case?
Why do you keep making me remember? Damn it. Damn it. I was so close to
I honestly
finally
would if I
forgetting.
could.
Please. Stop!
Iva? Iva, you okay?
Yeah, it just got really bright. What was that explosion?
Oh shit.
That blue thing. Is it an eyeball?
Okay, so I will say here, now that I know the backstory of all this, I feel like Ryuki is reacting a little too frantic, because I don't think we left him this way the last time I played as him in both routes. In both routes, from what I've seen, he didn't end up mentally breaking down or anything, so this seems just a little weird to me. But maybe there's a third route that I'll open up in the past if I do the future stuff. Ryuki, please stop. Me, nope, slap more.
Ryuki, do you know the culprit?
Oh, what's that voice? I don't remember
What
it.
is this? Wait, it's a reverse sync.
Oh no, that's not good.
Ryuki's consciousness is flowing into your brain, Mizuki.
He does have a slappable face, I'll grant you that. I'm more of a punch in the face guy though, not a slap in the face guy. Hey Tama.
Huh? This is...
Mr. Date's house.
I wish we could interact a little bit more with a couple of things here, like this horse with the eye on it, or this stuffed animal that was a running joke in the old game where it was evil and it would kill you. Well, it's fine. I prefer to not judge games or anything on what I want it to be instead of what it is. It's a easy hole to fall into. I don't feel like that's the right analogy. Yeah, but slapping is funnier for this context. That's true.
What is this?
It's stew.
Soup?
I guess stew is just thick soup. I guess curry is also just thick soup.
The culprit's name.
I guess what would define soup? Okay, so I do actually know. I haven't seen any of this. So, before I started streaming this game, I had actually played this game a little beforehand. And I actually took the I don't know route then too. So, I don't know anything from this point onward. So, this is exciting. Oh shit, are you serious? Oh, fuck you. Oh my god, I literally... Oh, fuck. Okay, this is fair. This is fair. I knew this was gonna be a possibility. And I hope that I remember to write down the actual names I was given in the previous routes. But that does mean that they did expect me to take the Ryuki routes before the Misaki routes. Which is fine. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna have to find these names. I know that one of them was something like boat, so that's the 4-letter one. But I don't remember the other one. It was just a random ass name. This is what I get for taking like a 2-week break in between things. Okay, hold up. I'm just gotta look at the name thingies. Like, one of them is boat and the other one is just a random ass name that I genuinely can't remember. I really hope I've remembered to write them down, otherwise I'm gonna have to look them up online, and at that point I might get spoiled, which I don't want, because games like this you can only really play once. Fuck, I have no clue where I would have written this down. Nope. Okay, I feel like I'm... Oh, maybe? Maybe? No, fuck. Yeah, okay, I don't think I'm gonna find that here. So, we're gonna have to look it up. One of them was boat, the other one was something else. Okay, could I look it up in logs, maybe? Hold up. Could I look it up in logs? Maybe. Hold up. Go all the way back. Please tell me that we go super back. Stay awake, sit, blah 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 blah. Nope, it doesn't go far enough back. Okay. AI NirvanA names of culprits. Please, please do not spoil shit for me. Okay. Didn't spoil anything. I was super afraid there. I did not. It was Dahlia and afterwards Boat. So I knew it. Boat was one of the names. And I knew that the other one was just some random name. But I could not remember that it was Dahlia. I did actually get the name. So don't worry. I didn't spoil myself or I'm skipping content to get to other content. I have actually earned getting this name. Oh, wait. Is that... Oh shit. Hold up. Dahlia. And then... Okay. And then boat. Boat.
Huh? Why do I...
Because you've been
this
told.
name?
I guess it's kind of weird because you've only been told each of the names in different routes. We still don't know what these attacks are, by the way. It's just something that happens to Ryuki whenever something freaky happens.
Intrusion thwarted.
But yeah, it's honestly interesting that they did go for the route where you could only play the future route after having finished both the past routes. That's honestly interesting to me.
We've defended against Ryuki's consciousness.
So is everything okay?
It should be, but it is peculiar. Usually, the sinker goes into the subject's mind, but for some reason, the subject's consciousness was able to slip into your mind. But you should be fine now. We have blocked the route of intrusion. We are reconnecting to Ryuki's mind via another path.
That's good. But why did that happen?
This seems like the same Somnium we were in when we didn't know the names. Is it just gonna be the same, or is it gonna be different? Or are we in a different part of that Somnium? That could be interesting, that you have different parts of the Somnium that you can actually unlock via which route you're on. But yeah, it is genuinely interesting that they did go for that, for this way of doing things. I was gonna say route, but okay, I guess so. I've actually never played the Silent Hills. I know a lot of the lore, but I am not a fan of tank control, so I don't really think I would be able to play them properly. But yeah, in the previous game, I think I already said this before, but you could do any route you wanted, and there were blocks, and not blocks like this where you just had to have a key phrase or something to continue. It was just a straight up, oh, you went this far in this route, sorry, but you're gonna have to get more information in a different route before we'll allow you to continue. But here, it seems like you don't really have much of a choice in which route you're going through. They do genuinely have a set order that they want you to go in, which I honestly don't mind, personally. While I think that the open route paths could work pretty well as well, and they did well in the previous game, I did always feel that in the previous game there were certain routes you really should do before the others. Because, for example, there you have the Iris route, which I think builds things up a little bit better, and then you go to the Misaki route, because I think it would genuinely hurt my soul to do the Iris route after the Misaki route. I tried playing tank control games with an arcade flight stick once. It was generally more pleasant than controllers. That's fair. I just do not care enough to actually try that much. I have literally never needed to play a tank control game, and I don't think I ever will need to. The only real tank control games that I've even am aware of are the Resident Evil and the Silent Hill games. And even then, I don't give a shit about Resident Evil or Silent Hill. I like the lore, don't get me wrong. I like the lore, and I will watch some random 4-hour video about the lore, or maybe some sort of video game essay about this series, but that's about it. Yeah, it's interesting, because I can't 100% say that I agree with them basically telling you, okay, so this is the route that you need to take, but I would probably prefer it over maybe giving the player a subpar experience by allowing them to just take whatever route they wanted. So overall, I think it's fine. It's kind of like with Fate Stay Night, where you start off with the Fate route, then you get the Unlimited Blade Works route, and then you get the Heaven's Feel route. You know, these routes are meant to be played in a certain order, and I think that's fine. It's kind of funny, because initially when I was playing this game, I was really worried about getting the future route first, because I really didn't want to get the future route first. But apparently that was just not possible anywho. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this wasn't there in the pass routes.
Oh,
interesting.
So this is what you were talking about.
Okay, yeah, this was immediate spoilers for the pass routes.
Hey, is that rubble?
It appears as though the collapse was halted halfway through. Huh? Wait! There are more mental locks? I will scan again. Somnium scan, activate!
What's happening? There could be more mental locks?
Unknown. Everything about this is extraordinary.
Oh, Ryuki.
Dahlia, boat. Dahlia, boat.
Let's go.
Alrighty then. I'm not gonna bother looking for those extra eyeballs, because I can just do that when I have unlimited mode. It makes it a lot easier. Oh shit, what?
What's this? We're surrounded.
The rubble turned into a hand.
That's
Ryuki's
interesting.
dream sure is creepy.
Darn. We cannot get through.
Is this Ryuki?
Dahlia, boat.
Mizuki, that red aura is bad news. The time compression element waves are off the charts. If If you get caught by it, you'll lose time. Run!
Oh, please don't tell me we're actually gonna have some sort of gameplay elements that aren't puzzle related in Somnium. Ugh.
Run? Where? I'm trapped!
Calm down, Mizuki. That Ryuki has neither a shadow nor a face. It must be a shadow image created by the regrets Ryuki carries. When you see something so unstable, you only need to show it reality. A strong reality.
Show it reality.
This is Ryuki's AI ball.
Tama?
There is no response, but most likely.
Impression of Tama. Fuck, I really want to do that. That would be really fun. You know what? I'm just gonna do what I want to do, and if I fuck up and we have to try the Somnium again, then that's just the way things go.
Hey, it's me, Tama. Ryuki, make sure you get plenty to eat and get lots of energy.
This is your best impression?
Tama.
Oh, it got a reaction!
I knew it. My impression was so good, it pulled his heartstrings.
No, that's not it. Don't you think the real Tama would have gotten a bigger reaction?
What happened?
Huh? Was that another reverse sync?
Where am I?
I am not entirely sure what happened there, but I'm guessing that each option would have just gotten me the same result. Okay. Interesting. This birdcage is actually from the previous game, so I'm a little curious what that has to do with it. From what I've seen, the previous Cyclops killings doesn't really have much to do with this one, so...
Is this Mizuki when she was a kid?
Yep.
Intrusion thwarted.
That is interesting, but why are we doing this? Maybe this has something to do with the Cyclops killings.
Ryuki's consciousness broke through again.
Earlier you said it was fine.
Apologies. It is much stronger than I was expecting.
Ugh. We need to be careful.
So,
Mizuki, you have 5 minutes
Ryuki's
left.
AI ball.
did this happen because I... Okay, so did this happen because I touched Ryuki? Is that what happened? And then if I do it too much, then maybe something bad will happen? Who knows?
Tama, that's you, isn't it? Help Ryuki.
Oh, it's really Tama!
Is it really her? Is it a projection of her?
Ryuki, get a hold of yourself. Are you gonna hold on to these regrets forever? Do what you need to do.
What I need to do. What I need to do is...
Almost sane.
Tama was Ryuki's anchor. She kept him tethered to the real world.
Right. That rubble there. Is that lower than before?
Do we have another time limit?
You have 4 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I did waste a lot of time there, so we may want to be a little careful. I wonder what would have happened if I kept picking the wrong option and Ryuki was gonna mind sync again. It's interesting because would we see more about the previous game? Does it actually have something to do with this game?
Hey, Ryuki.
Justice.
Justice.
Oh, this is Boss's room.
Oh, Date! And Boss!
I'm so sorry.
Ryuki, how many times do I have to say this? I can't assign you anything if you're going to carry on with this ridiculous sense of justice you have.
I understand.
Listen, I'm glad you caught the burglar, but when they started crying, you bought them lunch and took them on a drive.
How silly, right?
That's my line.
I'm sorry.
You're being suspended for 2 weeks. You can't leave your house. Take time to reflect.
Ryuki, everyone makes mistakes. Even me. I always make mistakes. And every day I get an earful from an artificial intelligence eyeball and a grade schooler. But it's okay to make some mistakes, as long as it's in pursuit of justice. So, don't falter now, Ryuki.
I won't.
That doesn't seem like proper advice in
I've
this
never
situation.
seen Date being such a good superior.
Mr. Date, I made a mistake. What is justice to me? Mr. Date.
This isn't an illusion, right?
I remember this conversation. We should cheer him up.
So, just out of curiosity, but can police officers actually just be suspended and then they can actually be told, hey, you can't leave your house? I feel like unless there is some actual criminal charges being pressed, that the police wouldn't have the right to have a person not allowed to leave their house unless that, right? Like, they're not children. If they are suspended, then doesn't that just mean they're allowed to do whatever they want with their time? Or is it because police is a little bit more of a public service and it has to be a bit more disciplined that they can actually give their own people house arrest even if they haven't done any crimes? Because if so, I would really never have fit in the police ever. I just personally would not be able to stand a person being able to tell me, oh yeah, you can't leave your house, fuck you. Okay, let's see, what should we interact with? We got you. Will you actually tear... Oh, okay, we need to cheer you up. What the hell is this? Coffee? No, the coffee isn't for cheering up. It's for dealing with being tired. Got a pumpkin. Let's go with the pumpkin. Seems more fun. Maybe
Put this on your head and cheer up.
I was thinking Aiba would put it on your head.
Why are you wearing it too?
Pumpkins sure are yummy, huh, Ryuki? This isn't working.
Okay, so, it's actually sticking on there, fucking hell. Okay, so this I actually really like. Like, I don't know why, but the fact that he got the pumpkin on him and then Aiba got the pumpkin on her and then it just stays, that's what makes it funny to me. If it only was Tama getting the pumpkin on her, it wouldn't have been as funny. I guess we'll use you.
Here, Ryuki. Hold on to Mario. It might make you feel better.
Hold me tight.
It talked?
Yes, it always does.
Doesn't float his boat.
Alright, I'm not doing my
left.
best here.
You can do this.
I hope so. Is it really the coffee? Dang. I guess maybe it will awaken memories with Date, which Ryuki's a bit obsessed
How
with the
about some
guy.
coffee?
Nothing better than drinking boss's coffee without permission. One mistake teaches you more than 100 successes.
Who'd you hear that from?
Homeless guy I drank with the other day. Smart, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
You made Date face forward. Wouldn't it be made Ryuki face forward? Tell them to get ready. Ryuki got along with Date and looked up to him. Memories of drinking together are still held fondly in his heart.
Awfully strange advice.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty normal advice, actually.
We're surrounded again.
Ah, fuck.
Dahlia. Boat.
Ew, it's the creepy Ryuki. Aiba, be careful.
Yes. If we show it the truth again, this space might disappear too.
Okay, well, I'm just quickly gonna grab
No
this
way.
eyeball. Then I'm just gonna go over here. Okay, so they're pretty easy to dodge, so that's fine. See, this is what I mean with them doing different things with the Somnium, because they never tried anything like
It's
this
an evolver.
in the first
We
game.
might be able to use this.
And while I personally don't like what they're doing here, because it kind of goes against what I enjoyed about the Somnium, where it's more of a resource managing puzzle game, it's still fine. It's experimenting with new things. Fire a warning shot, shoot Ryuki, shoot yourself. I feel like it's gonna be shoot yourself.
Leave it to me.
Why are you so okay with this?
An AI committing suicide. It's poetic. Symbolic. Like a dystopian movie or something. It's kind of exciting.
I don't like where this is going. Let's not do this.
Okay, here I go.
Don't do it!
Ready?
Aiba, did you die?
No, I only passed out from the shock.
That was a waste of courage and time.
I wonder if, because they said suicide, this wouldn't be able to be shown on YouTube. I don't know how strict they are with that. Wait, now that I said it, would it also be a problem? I know that a lot of people don't say that word specifically, but is it something they just do to be safe, or is it something they do because it's actually something you need to do? I am also putting this on YouTube. It's streaming on YouTube right now, so does that make it so that it's gonna be a problem? We'll figure it out. Alright, just gonna grab this revolver again.
It's an evolver.
Okay, let's shoot Ryuki, see where that's going. Sorry, buddy, but you are too creepy for me.
Are you sure? This might have ill effects on Ryuki's mind.
Aiba, at times like this, pretend what you're shooting is made of jelly. That's what my master taught me.
My apologies, Ryuki. I have no choice.
Oh, she does both of them? That's pretty neat.
Mr. Date, please forgive me.
Oh.
Went away.
He might actually have some PTSD because he thinks he killed Date. Oh my god, that's a 4 of them.
Dahlia. Boat.
Another Ryuki! When it rains, it pours.
We need to deal with them, too. Hurry.
Ryuki broke mind was...
Mizuki, you have less than 2 minutes left.
Shit,
Be careful.
that's a lot. Okay, I just need to make sure that they don't come to me.
Loafers like students wear. I don't think it's relevant.
You need to try everything.
Yeah, I don't really have the time to do anything, so we're just gonna go over here, make sure that we don't actually touch any of these guys. Holy shit, we
This
only have
metal pipe.
100
No
seconds
doubt
left.
about it. That's mine. But why is it in Ryuki's memory?
Perhaps it left an impression? It is not every day you see an elementary schooler carrying around a metal pipe.
Oh, really?
No, I don't think that's it. It has to have something to do with Date.
What is this?
Oh, that's a bomb! Yeah, okay,
Aiba,
definitely
run!
this.
Do not worry. It is not active. And we might be able to use it for something.
Like what?
See, throw it, activate it, take it apart. Okay, it's probably gonna be throw it, because that seems to be the case, but let's first activate it, because this might be one of those situations where I first have to activate it and then throw it. And activating it won't really cost us much. So first we'll do this.
And just like that, it's armed. Mizuki, what do we do?
What? What?
I have to
I
do
don't
it.
eat
I have to
it.
do it. I had to do it,
Thanks
damn
for
it.
the food.
I was curious, alright.
You actually ate it.
eat it.
Okay, I wasted a lot of
Are
time
you
there.
stupid?
You are.
It was fun, alright. Okay, like sometimes you just gotta go for the fun ones. Okay, we'll just retry. We'll just do the retry. We have 3 of them, so no problem in doing a couple retries.
Awfully strange.
Okay, so I do think that it's gonna be the bomb that's gonna be the relevant thing. Oh, first we have to do this, okay. I didn't think we were gonna have to do the revolver
It's an
bit again,
revolver.
but alright.
We might be able to use this.
We'll do shoot Ryuki. Yes. There we go. And we're back to where we started. Like this is one of the things I do really like about these games, the sort of absurdist humor that you have. These Ryukis seem to actually be going on a pre-planned path instead of that they're actively going
Mizuki,
towards me.
You have less than 2
Interesting.
minutes left. Be careful.
Do not worry. It is not active. And we might be able to use it for something.
Like what?
Okay, I still think it's probably gonna be activate and then we do something besides eating
and just
it.
like that? It's
Okay,
armed.
let's see, what other
Mizuki,
choices do
what
we
do we do?
have?
What? What?
Throw it.
Ryuki!
Fly!
Kizuna. Mizuki.
It flew away.
Well, you should have said it
Hopefully
earlier.
that will not negatively impact Ryuki.
We had to. If we didn't get rid of it, we would have been blown up.
Well, it may have been a tad excessive.
That I did kind of like. That was a nice
What's going
addition.
on?
What the fuck?
Left and right are reversed.
Oh,
Is this from Ryuki's dream? Ryuki's dream is getting creepier and creepier.
well, I could keep doing it, but okay, this is weird. It has actually been reversed. What? I suck at reading reverse stuff. I'm just gonna hope for the best. Oh. No, please don't. My god, please don't. Oh, it's creative, I'll give you that, but it also makes me feel genuinely disgusting. Wow. Oh, thank God.
This Brahmin?
Genny's place. Oh, Date and Ryuki. And Genny too.
The 3
None of
boys.
you get it. You don't appreciate how good at my job I am.
Okay, I think you've had enough to drink. If you want a drink, we should go to Marble. This place has good food, not drinks.
It's okay.
I do
I'm
like him.
such an arrogant piece of shit.
Looks like we need him to cheer up a little.
This guy requires so much maintenance.
Hurry! You have less than a minute left.
Let's see. Cheer up. It's basically just drinks, it seems. Oh, what's this? Can I not grab the other one? Wow, it is going quick. I might not have enough time regardless.
Eat this and cheer up.
Ryuki, look.
What's this?
The special. Snake-inspired intestine soup, squeezed nuts, wide-legged old man's whisper sunfish, volcano-style old spirit impact. Now eat. This is gonna improve your mood whether you like it or not. Look, I get it. Higher-ups usually don't appreciate their subordinates' value. But I don't care about that. It's not that you're not skilled enough, or you don't have an eye for things. It's all about timing. There's a time for everything. Just continue what you're doing, until the time comes. Don't let it get to you, Ryuki. Stay strong and keep going. No, not here! Go to the restroom!
Okay, I might not have enough time to actually finish this from what I'm seeing. I had like 30 seconds left, so unless there is only one more choice to make, I'm pretty fucked. Oh, okay. I don't know what that says. It seems to be either Japanese or Chinese. I'm gonna guess Chinese from the letters.
Stay strong. Keep going. Iva, watch out!
Oh shit. Are you alright, Iva? Don't want you to be hurt. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna have enough time. Okay, we have to get over there, it seems.
The real Ryuki
If
is
I
right
can dodge
there.
all of them, we should be fine. Maybe. Oh!
Let's get through them.
Okay.
Only 30 seconds left.
Yeah, this is... I have no clue where we're going.
Mizuki, you're out of time.
Bitch, I'm trying. I can't really tell where the fuck I'm going. Shit. Where even am I? Okay, yeah, okay. I have no fucking clue where I was going.
Where am I?
My head.
This is all from the previous game, actually. Yeah, okay, we're basically fucked. I could retry, I guess, but it's 20 seconds left, so that genuinely is just not gonna work. I guess we have to redo the entire Somnium. That's a shame. But I am genuinely gonna need more time for those final ones. Holy shit. Seriously, that's gonna be a rough one. I am not great at controlling things that are upside down. Well, it happens, and luckily most of them weren't that bad, so we should be able to get a pretty good time to get through the Somnium. No, I don't need to do that. Alright, thank you. Luckily they have the speed up function, otherwise this would actually be pretty bad.
A folding.
I think it was the HB case thing, yep. Oh shit, do I have to write the Dahlia and boat thing up again? Oof. It's gonna be annoying. Doll. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you write it like that, but I might be wrong. Bow. And then boat. Please be right.
I don't know.
I was wrong. Fuck me. Okay, I probably wrote Dahlia. Fuck, I wrote Dahlia wrong. Dang it. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly see how I wrote Dahlia there because fucking hell. Oh, the H and the L were opposite. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's da and then the H before the L, I think. No, I don't care.
A folding chair.
Honestly, I'm not really sure how I feel about this. I feel like it would be unfair for me to say, oh, this is bad because it makes me redo all of this, but because it was kind of my own fault for misspelling Dahlia and all that. But it does feel like maybe have a save, like when you have to split something like that, you know, so that it's easier for me to not have to do all of this. All right, D A and then H, not L. Alright, there we go. Da, and then Leah. Yes, and then boat. Oh, no. Or maybe give me multiple tries at this. That could also be a good one. Boat. Okay, that should do it.
Huh? Why do I... this name...
Alright, I'm just gonna skip through all this. So have you actually played Mita out of curiosity? Because you did know about it. I'm guessing that you might have not played it though. Seems like one of those games that people watch more Let's Plays out of. Called Tama, I think that was the one. Let's see. If I do throw it first, then it would still take longer because it would be... actually, it would be 2 seconds slower, but is 2 seconds really worth it? I would probably not say so. Especially because it has a chance of making us spend more time. Because Ryuki would get to us. Okay, well, what did you think of the game? I personally, well, you know my thoughts on it, so... I'm a little curious what you think. I want to know if I'm an outlier in my opinion on the side. I'm gonna miss the pumpkins, but we just do not have the time.
Mizuki, you have 5 minutes left.
Well, isn't the whole purpose of the game to be the opposite, where you start off with cute anime girl that wants to have you around forever and then it transformed into a horror game? I don't think you can judge it on the fact that you knew it was a horror game from the start. I guess so, but wasn't it that they only gave it a horror tag after a couple of, like a week or so of it being out?
Awfully strange advice.
Yeah.
Alright, let's make sure that we don't touch these bad boys. Stay away, please. I do like how they're running. They look like headless chickens, but with their heads on and not chickens.
It's an
Let's see. We'll grab this and then shoot Ryuki. There we go. It's called being genre savvy. Fair enough, but I don't really think anybody was gonna believe it was just a what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. Fuck. No, fuck! Ah! It's gonna cost me a shit ton of time. Fuck me. Guess we can retry it. Don't want to lose a crap ton of time here. That's what you get for reading a lot of
Awfully
visual novels.
strange advice.
I don't read a lot of visual novels. I do it from time to time. Okay, I chose the wrong path to get there. That's on me. Oh, okay. You read a lot of visual novels.
It's an evil.
Do you have any recommendations? I just finished reading, well, not just, but the last visual novel I read was called Akohana. It was a basically a sports anime visual novel. It was actually really fun. Okay, let's make sure that we don't actually fuck off. Alright, good. Do not want to waste time.
You have 4 minutes
What
remaining.
is this?
A time.
Iva, run!
Do not worry, and we might be.
Like what?
We'll just activate it.
And just like that, it's armed. Mizuki, what do we do?
What? What?
Shit, throw! Fuck!
Ryuki!
I forgot that you had to do that.
Fly! Left.
Ah, shit. Everything feels so weird. I am not getting used to these controls ever, my dude. Oh,
Ryuki,
maybe I should. That's a option.
is this Brahmin?
Genny's place. Oh, Date and Ryuki, and Genny too.
None of you get it. You don't appreciate.
3 minutes
I
left.
wonder if
You can do this.
if I change. Ah, that could work. I might just reverse my controller at that reverse section because I feel like that might actually work. We'll see.
Eat this and chew.
I'm a little scared though. I do not want to have to keep doing this over and over again because I suck at controlling.
Stay strong. Keep going. Iva, watch out!
Okay. Fuck. Okay, I'm just suck at this. I just suck at this and it's gonna not work out. Ah, fuck me. I hate this. I hate this. I know this isn't their, like, this isn't necessary, like, their fault or anything, but it's just a little annoying.
Intrusion thwarted. Again.
It's, I think we have to go this way to the stairs. Please. Yeah, I did it. Ah! Okay, now I can actually focus on your comment real
Ryuki,
quick.
Get a hold of yourself.
Depending on your genre leanings and if you don't mind adult titles, I mostly read adult titles, sometimes more for the gameplay. Gameplay, huh? Okay. Well, I don't mind adult titles. I personally don't mind it, but I would like it to add something to the story. So, not something that is just, oh, we're having this sex scene because it's like because we need to have it in there. Like for example with Akohana, right? There were sex scenes in it, but it really just felt superfluous through the entire story. When I was reading all that stuff, it was literally, oh, there's a sex scene, let me just skip through all that because it genuinely didn't add anything to it. Hey man, I don't know what your interests are in that. I don't know what your interests are in that, but yeah, no, I don't mind adult titles though. So hit me with some of them. I genuinely, as long as it has a good story, I am willing to read it. Even if it's, for example, touches on some things that not everybody would enjoy.
Dahlia... boat? Is that them?
This is all your fault.
No! Stop it!
You have no future.
Shut up! Dahlia Boat! You son of a bitch! You killed Mr. Dante!
Dahlia Boat?
Okay, so we did finish it. Good. I'll read your comment later, by the way, when we're out of the Somnium. Because then I can actually talk about like the visual novels and stuff, but I feel like I would be interrupting everything if I did it now, and there's story going on. Yeah, that was pretty rough. Really controlling Aiba with the reverse is really weird. Alone. Alright, so, well, if you don't mind a mix of comedy, action, slice of life with a good mix of tropes, there's Maji Koi series. I usually swear by that title, but that's because it jives with what I enjoy. There's also Ji Senjo no Mao, if you want mix of crime and drama. Oh, that sounds pretty neat. Hold up, I'll look it up. Is there a preferred site you get your visual novels? I know that on Steam they usually are censored, so people usually avoid it there. Oh. Ji Senjo Mao. Let's see. I'm looking at Jess right now, so if there aren't on Jess, then just tell me. Okay, so that one isn't on Jess. I'm just gonna quickly see if it's on Steam. Okay, it is on that, and it's not that expensive. Interesting. Let's see, you play as Asai Kiyosuke, or Suke, Kiyosuke, the son of an infamous gangster. Kiyosaki knows that he what he likes and lets nothing stand in his way in getting what he wants. Referred to as a god by his classmates, he often enjoys listening to Bach and working part-time for his stepfather. He sounds like an asshole. He sounds like an absolute asshole. There's also the Shell series if you like a detective murder mystery, but be warned, if you F up the detective aspects you could and get into a bad end. Also a pretty good amount of killing on screen. Okay, so Ji Senjo no Mao seems alright. I feel like the main character is gonna be a bit of an asshole, but that's not a deal breaker for me, because for example Chaos Set also has an asshole protagonist. If the English name doesn't appear, its Japanese title is Kare no Shoujo. Well, where do you get your visual novels from? The art is nice though. Kare no Shoujo. No, it's just not on Jess, which is fine. Okay, let's see what other ones we have. Let's see, you said you swear by the Maji Koi series. I'm gonna assume you send me a link in the server, and that was that sound. Okay, the Machigoi one is here. That's nice. Let's see. Follow Yamato and his friends as they navigate the friendship, rivalries, and martial arts of Kawakami Academy. This is the first title in the amazing Machigoi visual novel series by acclaimed developer Minato Soft. Alright, interesting. Okay. This one seems to be mainly focused on comedy, but I do not mind that as long as the story is fun. Oh, it's 50% off. Damn, it's normally almost 40 bucks. Dang, how long is this visual novel? Like, that's straight up really expensive for a visual novel, I'd say. Then you got Shell series. Oh, okay, it's a lot of routes. Okay, so do they play the routes where you have to go through a really big part that is constantly the same? Or is it that each route is genuinely their own story? I don't think it's that. I don't think that's a detective series. Well, I can't find Shell, but maybe if I look it up on Google. Let's see. Shell visual novels. Let's see. Oh, The Shell. It's called The Shell. Alright, let's see what it is. Unravel a string of gruesome murders terrorizing Tokyo in this mysterious thriller visual novel. The secret of a case from 6 years prior may just be the key to the current unending cycle of tragedy, and the thing and that cracks this woeful world's shell may be one girl's smile. Alright. Art looks alright. Alright. See. Oh, you do have a couple of them. Okay. Okay, all of them seem pretty interesting. I think I would be most interested in... Let's see. I would probably be most interested in... G Senjo no Mao, if I had to pick between the three that I already looked up. Plus there's the sequel and all the other stories. You got a main prologue, and for the first part of the first title you have to chase after scenes for Prophet Heroine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I usually prefer it in my visual novel if it's just either one entire story, or if the routes build on each other. So let's say I take one route, that will improve the experience I have on the other. That's actually something that I do appreciate with Akohana, where they have just a clear point where they're like, okay, here, pick your routes. And then, while each route is their own story, at least 3 of them actually do build off of each other rather well. Where I would say there is genuinely a preferred play order. But you have like the main heroine route, and when I say main heroine, I mean like the one that the game is clearly telling you is the main one. And that one plays really well off of, I guess, the secondary heroines route, and the I guess Kohai route plays really well off of the secondary heroines route as well, and it just really adds to each other. And like I prefer something like that where it just kind of builds up on each other, or with Fate Stay Night where it like you have a specific route order that you like take so that you get more out of each and every route. I know that that's not what a lot of visual novels do, but that's my preference overall. With Akahana, I have a lot of good things to say. I actually wanted to make a mini review on it, but I just couldn't find the proper words for it. Mainly because I like the visual novel, but it didn't blow me away enough where I'm super excited about it. Like, I really like the sports anime aspect of it. The whole flying, gravity shoes, sports is actually really interesting, and they go into enough detail that it genuinely feels like a sport. And I really liked a lot of the stories that that you took in the routes. Like, for example, you have the main heroine route where it's more of a classic sports anime with a sports anime protagonist. And then you have 2 other routes that are more side stories, where one of them is about a girl fighting against another girl that has that really cheats and everything. And then you have also a route about the Kouai route, I guess I'll call it, where the main girl isn't really all that good at the whole gravity sports shoes thing, and it's more about saving a friendship with the secondary heroine. And do I keep saying heroine or heroine? Whatever, it's fine. And the secondary heroine route is probably the best route in the game, and while it's also pretty close to your standard sports anime, the protagonist is not actually, oh, I want to do more in the sport, my god, I'm gonna be the very best. They kind of have more of an attitude of what normally would be the bad guy, which I actually really did like, and it does make her the best route. There's a reason why Akahana X2 is focused on the secondary heroine and X1 is focused on the Kouai character. Those two succeeded at being the best at certain aspects of the game. Like, the secondary heroine route was the best at the whole gravity shoe sports bit of the visual novel, where the Kouai route was the best at the romance part of the novel. Where I didn't really care much about the romance in Akohana. It was just not its strong point. But with the Kouai route, I actually did care. So I did realize, okay, so yeah, this one is probably the strongest romance-wise. And then you got the secondary protagonist. I really wish I could give you better names there, but I don't want to spoil too much. I guess, would it be spoilers? I don't care. I'm just gonna stick with these names for now, because otherwise it's gonna be confusing. But it does really succeed at the at the whole sports anime one, and it does it in an interesting way. But to be fair to the main protagonist, I don't think that the secondary protagonist route would work even remotely as well before you've played the first protagonist route. If I'm gonna say the order in which you would probably want to play each route, I would say main protagonist first, then I would go with rival schoolgirls route, then go with Kouai route, and then go with secondary protagonist route. Which honestly, it probably means nothing to you, but if you actually play the game, I'm pretty sure you could tell which one I mean by which. If you want something with some gameplay, there's Au Senki, The World's Conquest. Au Senki, The World's Conquest. Let's look this one up. Alright. Au Senki, The World's Conquest. Oh, that one actually looks really fun. That one looks really fun. Alright, I'll look this one up as well, because this one actually does also look pretty interesting. Alright, well, let's continue with the game. Just I can't look up the Au Senki one just yet, but can you give me a quick summary of what it is about? I've seen a little bit of the gameplay and it looks interesting, but I realized that I was streaming, and it was probably not a good idea to just spend like 2 hours looking at visual novels that you could not see. Want a drink?
Sure do.
Oh, you're still drunk, huh?
Can I get a glass? Double shochu curry shot.
Ew.
That's pretty gross, yeah. But I do like curry, which makes me want to eat some. Oh, look at them looking at them. MC's isekai to alt Earth gets ready to conquer the world. Oh, it's a little bit like an isekai anime then. How are you feeling? Sober?
Better. I only see 2 of you. I was seeing 3 of you earlier, so that's an improvement.
Alright, sorry, I'm back. Alright, so let's keep going. Oh, shit. Oh. I forgot that I can see Discord messages on my screen. But yeah, thanks for the tips. I'll read through them later, and if I have any more questions, I'll just ask you in the channel, because one of them does actually seem pretty, well, two of them actually do seem fairly interesting. Why did you reverse sync?
Reverse sync?
You tried to get into my head in the sink earlier, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb.
Actually, Mizuki, it is possible that he does not remember. The recipient of a sync does not literally experience what happens in their somnium. So he would not remember that.
Then who was trying to reverse sync?
Perhaps Ryuki's subconscious. Or the collective unconscious.
Are we going with that exists?
Hey, Ryuki. Do you know the culprit?
If I did, I would have caught them already.
The man in the iron mask in Somnium. I know that he is the culprit in the HB case, Terror. But Dahlia Boat. Is that another pseudonym? I heard the boat part 6 years ago at the cathedral. But Dahlia...
Okay, so now we know that this route, or the future routes, take place in the timeline where the explosion and everything took place, and obviously it did, but that does mean that the whole Dahlia thing, Ryuki should actually not know, which means that we are going to experiment with different timelines and everything, which happened a little bit in the first game, but it never really got acknowledged except for maybe one line in one of the endings. So I'm curious to see if they're actually gonna explore this, and maybe if they're gonna say that Ryuki knows because of me, because I feel like they've actually talked about this being a whole game, that it would be weird that they didn't like acknowledge the player in some way. I feel, because I feel like already did a little bit.
How did you know that part of the name?
Well, that's because...
Why? You're going crazy, I'm guessing. Okay.
Hey, Ryuki. What's wrong?
Okay then.
Ryuki's brain. I am detecting anomalies in the firing of multiple neurons. It is not fatal, but he will be unable to speak for a while.
What caused it?
Unknown. However, it is advisable to not continue pressing Ryuki further.
Then I guess I'll have to investigate the old-fashioned way.
Did the man just have a stroke? Did we cause him to have a stroke? Jeez.
Mizuki, I heard you synced into Ryuki, but you didn't get anything out of it.
Well, we got the name. That's something, right? Hey, Mario.
Mizuki, you know about that mannequin, right?
Yeah, we've talked a few times.
So we're just gonna have that happen.
Why can't I eat just the toppings?
So we're just gonna acknowledge that this guy talks. Alright. Hey Aiba, how you doing? What's your body made out of?
Body?
The rubbery part of you. That's not the eyeball.
Oh, this? I believe it is made from seaweed extract of some kind. In a predicament, you can eat it.
Oof. I would rather not, because it has been in my eye socket, and that seems kinda gross. What are you looking at?
Why do you ask? Isn't it obvious what I'm looking at?
I do really like Misaki's not redesign, aged up design. It is nice. You do have a picture or a what do you call it? I guess you have a drawing of her with her hair different, where it's just wilder and more loose. And I really like that one. I really, really like that one. She also has an eye patch in it, so maybe that was from a point in the design stage where she didn't have eyebrow or something like that. But I really liked it when it was all loose. It really made her appear wilder and it really fit her overall. But this does scream a little bit more, yeah, this is Mizuki, because her hair is a little bit closer to what it was when she was 12, I think.
I'm Mizuki Date, formerly Okiura. I'm a senior at Sekiba High. I'm 18. I run a company and I'm a sinker at Abyss. Recently, I've been worried that my lifestyle is making my skin break out and I'm putting on weight. And since I run into so many low-life criminals, it's really been affecting me.
You seem tired. Don't push yourself too hard.
Who's that?
Who is this cutie? Her cuteness is gonna make my eyes pop out of their sockets.
Your eye is already popped out.
No one ever compliments me, so I had to do it myself. But in all seriousness, I might just be the prettiest girl on the planet. Why is it I can't seem to find any decent men?
Because you've rejected every man that's come close to you?
Because they're all pushy basic bros.
Also, I feel like at 18 you're a bit too young to say, why can't I find any decent men? That's something should be starting to ask yourself at like, I don't know, 30 plus or something. I don't fucking know what the point is where people want to get married and shit. Who knows? I'm just saying, I feel like 18 is a bit too young for that.
That's enough, Iba. You can close it.
Why are you here?
It gets really tight in your eye socket, you know. I wanted to stretch out a bit so I don't get too used to that economy class.
Excuse me, my left eye is first class, unlike Date.
That actually is a point. Maybe Date's eye socket is a bit bigger, so it would actually be a bit cramped. Date was a grown man and Mizuki is an 18-year-old girl, so I'm guessing that the eye socket would be a little bit bigger on Date. I don't actually know. Is that something that is normal where women eye sockets are smaller than men's? Or is that just bullshit? I don't actually know if that's true. I haven't researched eye sockets enough. About the corpse at the stadium.
You heard about the DNA results, right?
Yeah, Peter told me last night.
The DNA extracted from Jim's
Fair.
right half 6 years ago. The base sequence was an exact match with the left half that was found. A 100% match. They definitely belong to the same person.
But how is that possible?
That's actually, I forgot about that. That we found one half of the body 6 years ago, and then one half of the body in the future or in the present, or whatever you want to call it. So there must have been a way for them to preserve the body perfectly without having frozen it, because apparently it was not frozen, which was my first thought. But even then, if it was frozen, there must have been some sort of damage. What about the masked woman?
Masked woman?
The shady chick who tried to shoot me with a gun.
Oh, her. We're looking into her based on what Iba recorded. But we haven't found anything yet. No witness statements either.
Maybe she's with Terror.
Why would you think that?
Well, she looked like a bad guy.
As a police officer, you should refrain from judging by appearances.
Is Ryuki okay?
He was carried to the medical office last night. After a day's rest, he gathered himself and headed home.
I'm guessing he's drinking again.
Should we use GPS?
No, it's fine. I won't get anything useful from him right now.
Ryuki is currently on leave. After the explosion 6 years ago, he just needs more time. I'd like to have him help with the investigation, but I don't want to put that pressure on him right now.
About syncing without permission.
Oh, so you do understand that you did it without my permission.
You said you'd let me handle it.
And I also said not to do anything dangerous.
But I did find a lead.
About Dahlia Boat.
Dahlia Boat, huh? But what does that get us exactly?
I searched every database I have access to. I did not find anything that connects that name with terror.
There's gotta be some kind of hidden meaning. Ryuki would know.
You can't assume that, Mizuki. I checked the sync log this morning and something is definitely off. We know Ryuki isn't mentally stable right now. A person's memory can be wrong at times, especially after trauma or mental disturbance.
So we can't assume anything we got from Ryuki is the truth?
Boss is correct. There is no guarantee that what is experienced in Somnium is exactly what that person saw.
Yeah, but it isn't completely random either. The person being synced had to have experienced something that made their Somnium that way.
True, but...
Listen, it's just best that you don't put too much stock into what Ryuki says right now.
Yeah, he seemed kinda crazy. Genuinely, I'm pretty sure that the dual timeline memories might have messed him up real good. Maybe that's one of the reasons why he's so... I guess screwy is the right word for it. Maybe he remembers the timeline where he did save everybody, where Date didn't die, and where Shoma's dad also didn't die, which made him crazy because he realized that he's on the bad timeline, something like that. How late were you out drinking last night?
Wait, how did you know?
Pewter told me.
Running his mouth. I'm gonna cut his pay.
You're getting old. You should stop cruising bars.
Ugh, could you not sound like my daughter?
Daughter?
You have a daughter?
Well, yeah.
I had no idea you had an illegitimate daughter.
She's not illegitimate. It's not like a secret or anything. It's just... no one ever asked. Okay, that's enough digging into my private life for the day.
I would like you to tell me about that daughter, because it's gonna have to pop up at some point.
Hey, Mizuki. Aren't you forgetting something?
Huh? Was it?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm your superior. You should be more respectful when talking to me.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sir, yes, sir. Aye, aye, sir. I'll be careful, boss lady.
Teenagers.
So, what are you going to do now, Mizuki?
I think I'm gonna head to the stadium. There might be some leads that only I can find.
Sounds good. But, as I said before, don't push yourself too hard.
Yeah.
Respectful?
Roger that, Sergeant.
Sheesh.
Let's be honest, Mizuki was never gonna be respectful. I guess we can call it a day here. It's almost 2 hours anyway. And it's getting a bit late and I do still need to eat something. So, thanks for watching me, I guess. And I'll have a look at all the information you gave me about that visual novel. And hopefully see you later, where I might play this game again, might play Live Alive, or maybe play Etrian Odyssey, depending on how I feel. Honestly, it's probably gonna be this game though, because I don't feel like changing the thumbnail and everything. It's a little bit of a pain in the arse. Alright, see ya.